Elementary Chinese Reader 4, Lesson 67. 胆智气宜，物质其二. This is an idiom which means knowledge of one part but not knowledge of other part, or half knowledge. Tan, but or however. Zhi is knowledge. Qi is that. Yi, one, knowledge of that one. Pu zhi, not knowledge. Qi, that. Er, second, knowledge of that first, not or no knowledge of that second, or half knowledge or knowledge of only one aspect of thing. Let us read this idiomatic story. Knowledge of one but not the knowledge of second. 古时候, Ku, old or ancient, 时候, time. 古时候, ancient times. 传说, chuan is legend or folk. 传说, legend. 有, have. 这样, like this. 一件事, a matter like this or an instance like this. There is a legendary story of ancient times. 商周长南靠近河岸的地方。商周 is the name of place. Chang, city. Nan, south of city of Changzhou. Kaochin is near. He'an, river. An is bank, river bank. He'an the Tifang, place. To the south of city of Sangzhou, near river bank. Yo yi zuo, miao. Yo have yi zuo, miao, temple. There was a temple. Miao man qian, in the front of the temple gate. Yo have yi tui. Yi tui is a couple of. Shi shou. Shi is stone. Shou is animal. Outside the front gate of the temple, there was a pair of stone animals. Houlai, later, miao man, the gate of the temple. Tao ta la, collapsed. Tao ta is to collapse. Later, the temple gate collapsed. Zhi yi tui shi shou, this pair of stone animals, ye also. Sui, follow. Sui che, followed. Kon, to roll. Kon tao, roll towards. He li chula. The pair of stone beasts also followed the gate, and they also rolled into the or inside the river. 过了17年, 过了 passed on, 17年 10 years. 10 years passed. 人们准备重建庙门. 人们 people, 准备 prepared. 重建 reconstruction. 庙门 the temple gate. People prepared to reconstruct the temple gate. 需要 need. Pa, to take. 是手 the stone animal. Ta lao is to salvage or fish. Shanglai, bring up. So they need to bring out this stone animal from inside the water, or salvage the stone animal from the water. 但是河那么长，但是 but 河 river 那么 so 长 long, but the river is so long. 到哪里去寻找呢？到哪里 where, to arrive, where, 去 to go. 寻找 to look for, na interrogative particle, where to find, but the river is so long, where to find. 人们提出了四条不同的线索。人们 people 提出了 put forward or propose 四条 four 不同 different 不同 is not same or different 线索 clues. So people proposed four different clues or ideas. 前两条线索是大佬的人。前 is before or front. 两条 two 线索 clues. The first two clues 是 were 大佬的人 the people who went to fish for the or salvage the stone beast. 日记 themselves 是想的 assumed or imagined. Out of the four clues or theories, ideas that were proposed, the first two they were proposed or they were assumed by the people who went to look for the stone beast themselves. 他们现在 they 现 first 在 at 庙门 the gate of the temple 附近 near the 那一吨 is a section. So they first in the area near to the temple, the section near to the section, Hurley inside the river, Shun Chao to look for. So they first looked for the area that was near to the temple gate. 但是没有找到，但是 but 没有 not have or didn't 找到 to found out, but they did not found out. 大家有一项，大家 everyone 有 again 一项 thought, so everyone thought again. 一定 certainly 是 is 被水 with the water 水冲 the flow of water with the stream of water 到 to reach or arrive 下雨 lower reaches of the river 去了 went. Certainly it must have been washed downstream by the flow of the water. 于是就或者于是 therefore 就 then 或者或 is to row or paddle. 小船 is small, 船 is boat. Therefore rowed or paddled the small boat. 在船后 at 船后 back of the boat. 拖着 is to drag or tow. 铁 is iron. 铁把子 is a rake or harrow. 继续 continued. 寻找 to look for or searching. So they tied an iron rake behind the boat and dragged the boat, dragged the iron with it so as to continue their search. 结果 as a result, again 碰了 is to hit or bump, 一次 things is a nail. As a result, they again bump into a nail or again they hit with a snag or there was a problem. 找了10里 looked for 10 leagues. 仍然 yet or still 没有 not have 影子 shadow. Yet or still there was no shadow or no clue. So even after searching for 10 li inside the downstreams, there was still no shadow. 这是 at this time 恰好 is just how good, just good or exactly. 有 have 一个 Song Ming Run. Song Ming is clever. Song Ming Run is a clever person. 来到这里 来到 arrived. Charlie, here. At this appropriate or just at this moment, a clever person arrived there. 听见这件事就大笑起来。听见 heard 这件事 this matter 就 then 大笑起来 laughed. After hearing this matter, he laughed. 发表了发表 is to express or publish. 发表了 expressed 一通听起来确实听起来确实 which appeared true or correct. 令人 ling is to make run people. 神父 is convince. 神父的言论 is a speech or public opinion. So he made a speech that sounded true or convincing to people. 他说 he said. 石头 wood. Yo again. 不是 is not. 木头 wood. Stone is not wood. 怎么 how 会 can. 北 by. 水长 flow of water. 走呢 走 to walk. 呢 interrogative particle. Stone is not wood. How can it flow or how can it go out with the flow of water? 要知道要 must or need 知道 to know must know 石头 the stone. Ing chong ing is hard and chong heavy. Must know that stone is hard and heavy. Shaz sand. Song ching. Song is loose and ching light. The sand is loose and light. 石头 stone. Xian is to sink or get stuck. Zai at. He sha li. He is river, sha sand, li inside. The stone is stuck in the river sand of the river. Ui undoubtedly. Shi is. Yue xian. More it fall. Yue xian. Yue shan. More deep. Shun along with. Liu flow. Chu to go. Undoubtedly it is going deeper and deeper along with the flow. So he said that stone is not wood. The stone is hard and heavy. The sand is loose and light, and the stone sink in the river sand, and it is undoubtedly or no doubt it is sinker deeper and deeper along the flow of the river. Shun wa. Shun is to look for or search for. Wa is me or look for what I said. Qi bu he xiao. Qi is used to make a rhetoric question. It is the same as nan tao or certainly. Certainly. Bu ke xiao. Ke xiao is a joke. Bu ke xiao is not a joke. Search, as I said, don't think of it as a joke. Tachia, everybody. Tau, no exception. Iwei, thought, everybody thought. Che, eating, this certainly. She, zui, most. Chang chui, correct. Chang chui the. Yi qian la. Yi qian is opinion. Everybody thought that this is the most correct or best opinion. 谁知 or 谁知道 who knew. Yo again also. 来了 came. 一位 one a lao old. 水手 an old sailor. Who knew that there was or there came another old sailor. The Chula proposed or put forward the Setiao fourth Xiansuo clue or idea. So the first two ideas were put forward by people who were searching themselves. The third idea was proposed by the clever person, and the fourth idea or fourth clue was proposed by the sailor. Chuan Pan Fao Tingla. Chuan Pan is complete or total. Fao Ting. Fao Ting is to negate. The completely negating Naka that song. Ming Dan, that clever person. The Yi Qian opinion. So the fourth clue was or idea was put forward by the sailor, completely negating the idea put forward by the clever person. Tha xiao che shuo, he smiled and said, Fan shi, every or each, luo, drop, zai, at, hurly, inside river, the shi, thou, stone. Every stone that fell inside the river, tau, ing, tang, tau, completely, no exception. Every stone that fell inside the river without exception, in tang, should. It is same as in kai, which means should. Tao, towards. Shangyo, upper reaches. Chu chao, go and look for. Every stone that drops in the river must be found upstreams. Anyway, because shi thou, stone. In chong, it is hard and heavy because the stone is hard and heavy. Shaz, sand. Song ching. Sand is loose, song and ching, light. Shui chong, with the flow of the water. Pu tong, cannot move. Shi thou, stone. The flow of water cannot move the stone. Tan shui the, fan chang li, tan, but shui the waters. Fan, reverse or backward. Chong, stream or flow. Li, power or energy. Piran, certainly or inevitably. But the backward force or anti-wave of water will certainly. Pa, shi thou, take the stone. Ti, xia, down or below. Ing, shui, ing is to move towards, shui, water. Yi, mian the, yi mian is one side of, yi mian the shaz, one side of sand. Chong, chang, chong is flow or rush. Chang, to turn into. Ika, xiao kang. Kang is a pit or hole. Xiao kang is a small pit or small hole. So because the stone is hard and heavy, water cannot move it, but the force of water will inevitably or must wash the sand that is below the stone, which will make the stone down in a small pit. Yue chang, yue chong. Yue chang, yue shan. More flow of water, more deep. The stone goes more deeper as the rush of the water is there. Tang, till. Chong, the flow or rush. Tao, arrive. Panka, half of. Shi thou, stone. Nama, so. Shanda, shahou, time. Shan, depth. Shahou, time. When the stone reaches, when the flow reaches half of stone's depth. Shi thou, stone, chew, then. Kun, to roll. Tao, towards. Qian mian, front. Naka, that. Kang, this pit. Li, inside. Chu. Then the stone rolls into this pit inside. Xiang Cheyang, so like this. Fan Fu repeatedly. Shun Huan, cycle or loop. So repeating this loop. Zai Chong Yo Zai Kun. Again flow, again it rolls. She Thao Fan She Thao stone. Fan on the contrary. Ni Liu, Ni is on the contrary or opposite in verse. Liu flow, Shang and upside. The stone or water on the contrary, the stone goes upside. Kun Tao, Kun is to roll, Tao to or towards, roll towards. Shangyo upper reaches, Chula go. Then it rolls to the upper reaches. Tao Xia Yu, Tao to arrive, Xia down, Yo stream, Chu go, Chao to look for, going downstream to look for, Kuran undoubtedly or of course, Pu Tue not correct. So it is certainly not correct to find it downstream. Tao He Ti Xia going rivers downside or downstream. Chu Chao to look for. Qi certainly. Pu Shi is not. Kang even. He Xiao joke. It would be more ridiculous to go downstream to find the stone. Ren man Chao Che Ta De Hua Chu Chao. Ren man people. Chao Che followed. Ta De Hua his words. Chu Chao went looking. Kuoran sure enough. Zai at Shangyo upstream. Fang Xiang direction. Pu Tai Yuan not very far. The Ti Fang place, not a place very far off. Chao Tao Le found out. Na Tui those two. Shou or those pair of stone animals. Wei Shama Lao Shui Shou, why the old sailor Thi Chu put forward. The Xian Suo, the clues or ideas. Shi Chang Chui the correct. Why were the ideas given by the old sailor correct? Qi Tha, and Qi Tha other. San Tiao 3. Shan Suo clues. Shi Suo Wu. The Na Suo Wu is mistake. Na interrogative particle. And why the other three clues are mistaken or wrong? In a way, because Lao Shui Shou, the old sailor, Wan Chuan completely. Changwala. Changwa is to grasp. Changwala grasp. Shi Shou, the stone animal. Zai at. He Chong, inside in the middle of river. The Yontong movement. Kuelu. Kuelu is disciple or field of study or pattern or movement. Because the old sailor completely mastered the movement of the stone animal in the river. Ye Chu Shou, also in fact the stone animal. He also mastered the nature of the stone animal. Liu Shui, the flow of water. He Sha. He Sha is river and sand. San Zhe the Xiang Zi, Xiang Zhe. Xiang Zhe is nature or property or character. So he also mastered about the stone animal, about the flow of water, river and sand, and all their properties or characteristics. Ichi. Ichi is as well as. Tha it. Thaman them. Zai Yon tong, movement. Chong, middle. Here tha refers to the stone animals. At Yontong, movement. Chong, in the middle. Hu, xiang, mutually or with each other. Zuo, yong, the action or activity. Zuo yong, action or activity. The Ke, Quan, objective. Kuo, Chang, process. So he mastered the nature of stone animals, flowing water, river and sand, and the objective process of their interaction in motion. So he studied and mastered all these things. The Chula, got it or understood, or here proposed. Ing Tang, should, the same as Inkai, should. Tao, towards. Shang Yo, upper streams. Chu Chao, go and look for. The Chan Chui, Chie Lun. Chan Chui is correct, Chie Lun, opinion. So that is why he proposed or got this, that we should go upstream, the correct conclusion or understanding. Chi Tha, the others. San Thiao, 3. Piao Mian. Piao Mian is on the surface. Shang, up on the surface. Hao Xiang, appear good. Yo, have. Tao Li. Tao Li is reason or sense. The other 3 on the surface, it looks that they are reasonable or logical. Qi Shi, as a matter of fact or in reality. Tau, all of them. Pu, no or not. Fu He, confirm or in according to or in accordance to. Shou, object. The Ke Quan. Ke Quan, objective. Koelu, Koelu, law or pattern or discipline. So the other 3 ideas or clues, they appear logical on the surface, but they do not conform to the objective laws of things or matter. Tai, yo, tai, to carry, yo, have. Han, ta, the, very big. Pian Mian Shing, Pian Mian is side, Pian Mian Shing is one-sidedness. So they carry a lot of one-sidedness. Soi, so. Ch, only. Nang, can. Pa, to take. Run, person. In ru, to lead to. Me thu is a wrong way. So it can only lead people to the wrong path. Sho Shou, the stone animal. Chan Luo is to fall or sink. Zai, at. Shama Ti Fang, what place? At what place the stone animal sank. Koala Shi Chi Nian, koala crossed over or passed over 10 years. Hai Shi, still. Tao, to arrive at. Wu Lai, Wu is sewage, or because this place was a pit, it is said to be dirty. Wu is a sewage. Wu Lai, the Ti Fang, a pit or a dirty place. Chu Chao, go and look for. Even after 10 years have passed, you can still go to the dirty place to find the stone. Che Shi, this is. Pa, to take. Fuza, the one thi. Fuza is complex. One thi is question or problem. Taking complex problem. Xiang, to think of. The Thai, very. Tian, tan, simple. Le, grammar particle. This is taking a complex problem and thinking in very simple way. Tueyu, regarding. Shi, show, the stone animal. Liu Shuai, the flow of water. He Sha, the sand and river. Sancha, the Xiang Che, the property of 3 of them. Ichi, as well as. Thaman, there. Che Qian, the, amongst them, in middle of. Xiang Hu, Guan Shi. Xiang Hu is mutual. Guan Shi is a relation, and also about their mutual relation. 都没有考虑到都all of them 没有 not have 考虑 considered 到 to arrive all of them they have not considered 到下游去找到 to arrive 下游 the lower reaches or downstream 去找 go looking 流水 the flow of water 这个 this in 数 factor 是考虑到了考虑 consider 到了 action completion arrived or reached the factor of running water is taken into account eating certainly 是 is pay by 水冲 the flow of the water 到 towards 下游 the lower reaches or downstream 去了 went must have went down by the flow of the water 但是没有考虑到是手但是 but 没有 not have 考虑 consider 到是手 the stone animal the nature of stone animal 喝下这两个因素 river and water these river and sand these two factors 有些 some things 有些 some 东西 things some things the 的确可以有些 some 东西 things 的确 indeed or certainly 可以 can some things certainly can 被水冲到下游去被 by 水冲 the flow of the water 到 towards 下游去 the lower reaches went so some things or some objects certainly go down because of the flow of the water 但 but 是手 a stone animal 这样 like this the 东西 thing a thing like a stone animal 有时 again is 陷 to be trapped 在 at 河沙里 inside the river and the sand a object with the nature of a stone animal gets trapped between the river and the sand 能不能 can or cannot pay by 水冲 the flow of the water 到 towards 下游去 the lower reaches go can it go downstream by the flow of the water 就没有去替反系就 then 没有 not have 去替 a concrete or a solid 反系 analysis there is no solid or concrete analysis of the effect of other things in a way because 打捞的人打捞 is salvagers 打捞的人 the people who went to salvage or look for the stone animals in a way 打捞的人 because the salvagers 一连 in a row 碰了 hit upon 两个 two things 2 nails or 2 bumps because the first 2 attempts of the salvagers hit a roadblock or they were unsuccessful 于是 therefore 那聪明人 therefore that clever person 就 then 出来 come up 发表 to express 议论了 opinion 他分析了分析 is to analyze 他分析了 he analyzed 一下 a bit show stone animal 有喝下的 xiang zi. You and her river, sha sand, the xing zhi. Xing zhi is nature. He analyzed the nature of stone animal, river and sand. Shi zhang sha qing. The stone is heavy, the sand is light. Tan but, tha he, ping pu, not at all. Chan chang is real or true. Liao Chie, understand. Shou, the stone animal. Zai, at. He Chong, in the river, the Yon Tong, moment. Kui Lu, the law or pattern. But he not at all understood the movement of stone animal inside the river. Zai tha kan lai, he saw, or as it appeared to him. Zai tha kan lai, shi shou, the stone animal. Chen zai, chen is to sink, zai at. Shui liu, the flow of the water. Han chi, the han, very. Chi is fast or rapid. He li, inside the river. Kan, with. Chen, to sink. Zai, in. Yuan, far. Shui li, inside the water. Yi yang, the yang is same. So in his opinion, the stone animal sinking with the flow of the water very fast is same as water flowing in a distance. Zheyang, like this or in this way. Tha chu, he then. Thi chula, proposed or come up with. Xian zai sha li. Xian is trap, zai at. Sha li, inside the sand. Yue shan, more the fall, more deep it is. The suau yi qian, suau is wrong or mistaken, yi qian is opinion. In this way, he proposed or come up with the mistaken opinion of more deeper inside the sand. Nawe lao shuai shou. Nawe, that. Lao shuai shou, that old sailor. Kan lai, it appears. Shuyo, have. Fan fu, rich or abundant. The shi qian. Shi qian is practice or practical. Cheng yan, experience. It appears that the old sailor had a rich practical experience. Fan shi, all or every. Luo zai, luo, fall or drop. Zai, at. He li, the, inside the river. Shi tou, stone. Tau, all of them. Ing tang, should. Tao, arrive. Shang yo, upper reaches. Fang xiang, direction or path. Chu chao, chu to go, chao to look for. All stones that fall inside the river should be found upstream. Song chega, fun zi, song from chega, this. Fun, each or every, zi, word. From this word fun, which means every. Shang chu, kei kan chu. Kei can, kan chu. We can see that. We can see this from the usage of word every, because he said that every stone that fell in the river must be found upstream. Tan shi, but. Ru guo, if. Zhe shi, only. Gao su, tell. Ta xia, everyone. Yao, need to. Tao, to arrive. Shang yo, upstream. Chu chao, look for. But if you just tell everybody to go look upstream, 说不出道理来 but and 说不出 don't speak 道理 reason 来 to come. But if you don't speak the reason or tell the reason, 那还是 that still 不能 cannot 说服人的说服 is to convince or persuade, run people. But if you just tell everybody to go upstream and do not tell the reason for it, it still will not convince people. 那位老水手 that old sailors, the 可贵 valuable or important 是处 point or clue that old sailors point 是在 is at 实践 实践 is to put into practice 中 among in the middle 做了调查研究调查 is investigative 研究 is research investigation and research. So that old sailor's point or his clue is investigation and research in practice, or it is practical investigation and research. 主题 concrete or specific 主题的 specific 分析了 analysis 是 show of stone animal specific analysis of the stone animal 流水 flow of water 河沙 sand and river 三者 three the 性质 nature the nature of all three 机器 as well as 相互 mutual 关系 concern or in this case a relationship mutual relationship the nature of all these three elements and their relation with each other 系统 system 系统的 systematically 总结了总结 is to summarize systematically summarize 日记的 self 经验 opinion systematically summarized his own opinion or experience 人们听了 people listen 他的 his 一番话 Fanhua is a foreign talk or foreign words, something which is not understandable to you. So people listen to his foreign talk or unusual ideas or ideas which they were not able to understand at that time. Chu Xiang, then Xiang it appears or it like. Qinzi, themself or oneself. Zuan Qin. Zuan is to enter or probe. Qin to enter. Shui Li inside the water. Guan to watch or observe. Cha to examine. Guo Yi Yang like. So people listen to his foreign talk as if they themselves had dived into the water to do a research. Kan Tao, feel or find a sense of 真实 real or true. So felt real or true. 山河 Shankhe is deep. Ti bu chu. Ti is to raise or ask. Bu chu. Ren he is any. One. E is a suspect, one is a question. One is a question suspecting something. One lie to come. So they felt that his ideas or opinion were real and they have depth without asking any probing or any question raising suspicion. 今天我们听这个故事 Today we listen to this story. 关心的 concerned 并不 not at all 是那对是兽 that pair of stone animals. It is not a pair of stone animals that concern us. 我们 we pei pu is to admire. 老帅手 the old sailor. 善于 good at or adapt at. 让介 is to summarize. 热记 self, the 实践 real, 经验 experience. We admire the old sailor who is good at summarizing or summing up his practical experience. 善于 good at or adapt at. 做 to do. 调查 research. 研究 investigation. 工作 work. Good or adapt at doing investigative research. 善于 good at or adapt at. 掌握 to grasp. 事物 is object or things. The 规律 is law or nature or pattern. Good at or adapt at mastering the pattern or law of things. 我们也 we also. 同情 sympathy or sympathize. 那些 those. 打捞的人 those people salvaging or digging for the stone animal. 他们 they. 有着 having. 不怕 no fear. 困难 difficulty. The 顽强 is tenacious or very strong. 精神 spirit. We also sympathize with the people who went to salvage the stone animal. They were not afraid of difficulties. They had a tenacious spirit. 碰了 hit upon. 两次 twice. 钉子 nails or roadblocks. Hit roadblocks twice or they were unsuccessful twice. 有处 again go. 倾听 倾 is a tendency think to listen. 各方面 ke is every. 方面 is side. The 意见 opinion and they had a tendency to listen to each side or every opinion. 终于 finally. 把 to take. show stone animal. 找到了 found out. Finally they found out the stone animal. 至于哪位聪明人 至于 as for or as about 哪位 that 聪明人 that clever person. As far as that clever person. 他对于 he towards. 打捞射手 salvaging stone animals. 这件事 about this matter. 本来 originally or basically. 没有 don't have. 什么经验 what experience or he actually didn't have any experience in salvaging stone animals. 也没有 also not have. 做过 done. 调查研究 investigative research. 工作 work. Also he had not done any investigative research work. 这是 only 简单 simple. 分析一下 分析 is analysis. 一些 a bit. Just a simple analysis. 石头 the stone. 硬而重 the stone is hard and heavy. 沙子 song 而轻 the sand is loose and light. 就 then 轻易的 easily or casually. 下了 draw up. 结论 conclusion. Easily or casually drawn a conclusion. 而且 moreover, high, still or in addition. 批评 criticize or criticism. 人家 people 可笑 funny or ridiculous. Moreover, he also criticized people for being ridiculous. 这种做饭，这 is this. 种 is type or kind. 做饭 style 是要不得的。要不得 is intolerable or undesirable. This kind of working style is intolerable or undesirable. 不了解 don't understand. 了解 understand. 不了解 don't understand. 情况 situation. 就 then. 发 emit. 议论 opinion. Or discuss without understanding the situation. 固然 of course. 要 need. 失败 to fail or failure. Sure to fail. Of course it will fail. 单着其意 to know that one thing or one part. 不着其二 don't know the other thing. 也办不好事情 也 also 办 to manage. 不好 not good 事情 matter. Also cannot do things well or cannot manage things well. Thingy thing listened. 河江是河江 in the middle of river. 是 show stone animal. The 故事 story. Listen to the stone animal in the river. 出老水手这 Chu is to take Lao Shui Shou, the old sailor. Zhi among Chang height or length, or in this case it means strength. Take the strength of the old sailor. Chu to go, Song Mingran clever people. Zhi among Tuan fault or weak point. Not going to the clever people with faults. 这对 this too 我们 us 会 will 是 is 是 fun extremely 有益 wholesome or beneficial. This will be very beneficial to us. This was lesson 67, elementary Chinese, reader 4, a very common or very famous idiom which means half knowledge or knowledge of one part of the thing but not of the other part.